Hey y'all, my name is Ashlee and I'm the owner of Ashlee Joe Photography. And this is my first official video for you guys. If you saw my last video was a time lapse, I have a couple other reviews coming up and I want to post more on YouTube, a little bit behind the scenes, show you guys when I design my studio and whatnot. But I want to inform other photographers that are thinking about getting into photography or just wanting to learn more or just curious at what another photographer is using. I am not the most educated. I am learning along the way and there's never too much to learn. So today I'm going to show you my gear. I am a Sony shooter. I am filming this on a Canon G7X that I purchased today. So let's hope this works out. I love being able to see myself so I can actually look straight on for once, but I do have a mirror on the side. So if I look over, that's probably why, because I'm looking at myself doing blah. But today I'm going to go and show you what's in my camera bag. And then kind of like what I use in the studio, which is kind of echoey because I just moved my full-size mattress out of here. So if you don't know, I shoot boudoir and couples intimates. I am solely based out of Yokota Air Base, Tokyo, Japan currently, but we'll be moving to Spotsylvania, Fredericksburg area in late 2020 of this year, which is so exciting. We're going to be doing so many things. I have my studio like already set up in my mind. Like I can get on the, when we get on the plane, I literally click on Amazon and order everything. So it's so exciting. It's going to be such a different environment for me just to begin with, because like I've been overseas for the last 6.5, 7 years by the time we leave here, and I've never actually serviced families and couples and anybody in the States outside of like family and friends when I was first starting out with photography. And my photography style is completely different. Like it took a whole 180 or 360. Like it's so different. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm first gonna show you what I shoot with. Mind you, I have this set up for video right now. This is my Sony a7R2. I am a megapixels chaser. Don't judge me. I need that 42. I don't know why. I don't see much benefit in it, but I need it. I want it. So I bought this, but I also had my camera dropped last year, like about 1.5 years ago now. And because we're overseas, the insurance and return and getting fixed by Sony is a little bit different for us, even though we're military APO and we have like our American address is a good way to put it. We have a US address. It's like a PO box is a good way to explain it. I have a PO box. And the process was a little bit more than I wanted, and I was going to the States in April, but I had about 10 sessions lined up that month. So the day that it happened, we were on our way back from a shoot, which luckily I was able to get the material and shoot off my camera, which thankfully, because it was one of my favorite locations. If you don't know what Showa Park is, which is currently closed because of COVID-19, we had dropped, stroller had fallen because I was walking with my family and it dropped, so we went to the BX and picked this bad boy up, and I got it on sale, which was nice. Just the body though. Lenses are a completely different story. I do not have the same lenses from last year, but I got this about 1.5 years ago. I have about 22,000 clicks on it right now, which isn't bad. I know they last between 250,000 to 500,000. I am not a wedding photographer. I will never be a wedding photographer. There's probably only one wedding in the world I would do, and that's for my best friend, which I would probably be a bridesmaid, so I wouldn't be doing it. So yeah, never doing a wedding. But I love this. It's been my best friend. The only problem is Sony, fix this. This is my biggest complaint, and I've used everything from Sony. I have had the A7, I had the A700, I had the A100. Like I've been a Sony person. I had those cyber shots back in like late 2000, pink one, and I'm not a pink person, but I remember that. And then like in '98 they had the silver one. So yeah, like I've used Sony all my life, and this is my first Canon that I've ever used, and I am loving the tones. So after all this, and we're allowed to not social distance, I'm going to try out a Canon. So we'll see, maybe we'll be doing a new bag video. But no, I love this thing. I know a lot of people are switching to Sony for the full frame sensor. That was a huge switch when I switched from the A700 to the A7 a couple years ago, and man, I could not imagine shooting on a crop sensor now, which I did not realize that just like the distance of change that it, or drastic of change that there was. It was crazy, but I love it. And then I got knockoff Amazon 2 battery kit. I can put a link in the bio for this if you have questions about it. I don't know, I just wanted the extra battery. I've never shot through. I am not an overshooter, but I'm not an undershooter. I am one that I like to perfect the poses, and I do a lot of more lifestyle couples, so I'm like, hey, let's bump hips and have some fun kind of thing. So I do shoot a lot, about an average test that's 30 to 60 minutes. If it's outdoors for a couple sessions, I shoot about 300 images and I get them out within like 4 business days. So it's not crazy, but I do like having the extra battery. I've never went into the second battery unless I've been shooting like 5 sessions in a row, like cherry blossoms or something like that. But I just did it for safety, and now we're gonna upgrade our A7 II, which my husband uses for filming as well for that, which I love this for filming. But having a screen, and the screens for these are $150, and then you put this on the side, it becomes too much. And it's like, if you want to carry this around like as like a vlogger, like look at how much, like it's a bit much for me as a twig person is a good way to say it. Like I'm tight, I don't want to carry a lot. So yeah, but I love this. I love the Sony A7 R2, but we'll see about the Canon because mama wants to see. But I also have a Rode mic on here. I actually found this in the trash and cleaned it up, and it works. I don't know what was wrong with it. I don't know what, but got this. Love this bad boy. My husband's gonna be getting another one, but yeah, it's amazing. Correct sounds really well. I know these you have to put the little mustache puff on there, so I'm going to be doing that. We have one in our house currently. But let's go on to the lens. This lens you see is a Tamron 28 to 70 millimeter f2.8. It is not my first choice in lenses, let's say that, like right off the bat. I love this lens, but it is not my first choice. It is a great lens for where I am currently. I am shooting in a 9x11 spare bedroom when I shoot boudoir. This is the only time I use this lens. So when we leave here, I'm going to be shooting with a Sigma 35 millimeter because of the f-stop. I am an f2.0 person or lower. I prefer 2.0 thanks to Rochelle. If you don't know Rochelle, look her up on social media. Rochelle Skovran photography. She is an amazing newborn photographer, so I'm going to plug her. I'll put her links in the bio as well. But this is amazing for boudoir in this studio, in this space, but it's going to be used for video when we go to the States. I am going to keep it because you don't worry too much about f-stops, but this is going to be passed along to my husband when I go and do that. But this is studio only until we move. But I'm gonna grab my camera bag. My camera bag is basic. I am not name brand. I did not buy the Lily Pritzer or whatever like photography bag. I have not done that. I have CGU little clippies on here to hang my wallet and whatnot. But let's go inside. This is just a basic camera bag from Bic Camera in Tachikawa. Bic is amazing. The one in Shibuya is the best. But in my bag, I wear this when I shoot with my Sigma Art 85mm. This is a black Rapid, which was again suggested by Rochelle. Rochelle's amazing friend. She gets me to buy too much photography stuff. But this is the Black Road. They have, I don't know if, oh, I have to, can you focus? There we go. And then I have the little, okay, focus back on me, thank you. Click you back here. It has the back, like the strap, and then I have the side strap sitting in my car. But this is a lifesaver with the 85mm from Sigma Art because it's huge. Like, it's a huge lens. If you have not seen one in person, until you pick it up, like, you know you're paying for quality. Like, it's an amazing lens. But I got a puffer. I am religious about cleaning my camera sensor, so I always have one, and this is just a cheap one from Daiso, and I love it. I have like an expensive one that I got from Bic, like $10 expensive, not $1, and my son was teething and was biting on it. So yeah. Okay, this is my all-time favorite lens. This is a Sigma Art 85mm. This is, if you see anything outside on my photography page or Instagram or website outside, this is what I'm using. This is the only thing I use. I am shooting at f2, about, I don't know, manual settings, whatever, depends on the day. So, but this is life, and I will be upgrading to a 35mm, which I've already stated once we have our new studio. That's going to be completely natural light, which I'm so excited, and we're going to get into what strobe I use in here too. But I love this. I love it. It's my baby, and it was worth every penny. I ordered it when I was in the States and shipped it to my mom's house in Tampa. I was like, I need this right now. I always have extra memory cards, and for the longest time I did not know that Sony used the USH1, I think it's called. I'm still learning, and sometimes I feel stupid. I'm like, I should know this kind of stuff, but again, you never learn too much. So I have an extra brand new memory card. This is what I'm currently using in my camera. It's a SanDisk Extreme Pro, 170 megabytes and 64 gigabytes. I've never filled this thing up, but I have a brand new one just in case. And SanDisk does the Rescue Pro Deluxe, which I still need to sign up for. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I ordered mine off Amazon. I am an Amazon junkie, even though it takes 2 weeks. But I also have a basic PNY 95 megabyte one. It's just a backup, which will probably actually go in the Canon once I make sure it's approved. But I always have extra memory cards with me. It is a lifesaver just in case. I've never shot that much, but there's gonna be that day. I have in here, I have a UV filter if I'm shooting high sun, which I recently pushed myself to shoot at high sun hours, so that was fun. No, it was not actually as bad as I thought. If you want to check it out, I will post a link to my car photography page of me shooting our Subaru GC8, and you can see some of the shots there. But I always carry business cards with me. See if it will focus. It's very dainty font. Okay. Oh, there. Okay. So these are from Miller's and Pricks. I don't know. I will have to put a link in the bio. I ordered the same exact business cards. I recently switched them out, which, oh, these are old ones. Okay. But, oh, most of the stuff is correct. It still has like my Weebly before I changed to my domain. So yeah, but just basic, simple. My logo is still the same dainty font. I love it and won't be changing it. I have a couple extra batteries in here, and then wet wipes and sanitation, because you gotta wash your hands after each climb. So that's all that's in my camera bag. I love this camera bag for the sense that I can put it on my travel. Every time I travel, I carry my laptop, my iPad, my camera gear, and I always get checked at security. Even when we go through the military terminals, I'm getting checked by security because of the high frequency or something like that, because I have all the electronics. But I gotta have my babies. I never put it in my main luggage that goes under the cabin, because my husband works in a terminal and they throw the bags, obviously. And my biological father, when I was in high school, had his like $1,200 laptop that was probably only 2 weeks old, broken and smashed into pieces. So don't do that. Always carry it on your carry-on. So lastly for today, I am going to show you the strobe I shoot with. I put an umbrella and I have it set up like a newborn photographer, so I don't know, just look up umbrellas. It's really dependent on what you want. but I have the basic newer sensor that will connect to my camera. And this is the Adorama Evol 200, the Goodex. It's Goodex. So I love this thing. I won't be using it as much in the States, but it is nice to have. I love that it's compact. It comes in its own little travel case, so I can put it in my carry-on and go. And it comes with a flash. It's a flash and a strobe. So I use the strobe personally. The flash was a little bit too harsh for this tiny room, but I use the strobe. But I love it. It's worth every penny. I think I paid $400, and then the tripod I already had because it was from my 10-foot backdrop set, which I don't use backdrops anymore. It was for that, and I use it because it's extra sturdy, almost like my Manfrotto 190 stand that I currently have y'all setting on. But that's what I carry in my camera bag and what I use for shooting my studio. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below. I am not the most educated person, but I could probably help you out or help you find the information. If you're looking into getting into photography or want to know more or see more of what I'm doing, you can check me out on all my social medias that will be linked below. I hope you all have a great day.